Thank you, Pastor, for those beautiful words. The House will come to order. Please join Representative Mobley in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Shebel, please call the roll.
Representatives Amabile, Bacon, Baisley, Benavides, Burnett, Byrd, Bockenfeld, Basenecker, Bradfield, Caraveo, Carver, Catlin, Cutter. What? Doherty. Duran. Esgar. Exum.
Good morning, sir.
Froelich. Geithner. Representative Geithner is excused. Gonzalez Gutierrez. Gonzalez Gutierrez is excused. Gray.
Here.
Hanks. Herod. Holtorf. Hooten. Representative Hooten is excused. Judah. Kennedy. Kip. Larson. Lindsay. Lontine. Luck. Rep. Luck's excused. Lynch. McCluskey. McCormick. McKean. Minority Leader McKean's excused. McLaughlin. I believe McLaughlin's excused as well. Michelson. Janae. Mullica. Neville. Ortiz.
Here.
Pelton. Pico. Ransom. Rich. Ricks. Representative Ricks is excused. Roberts.
Here.
Sandridge. Sirota. Snyder. Soper. Representative Soper's excused. Sullivan. Tipper. Rep Tipper is excused. Tatone. Valdez A is here. Valdez D. Van Beber's excused. Van Winkle. Weissman.
Here.
Will. Williams. Woodrow. Representative Woodrow is excused. Woog. Young. And Mr. Speaker.
"55 present, 10 excused. We barely have a quorum." Representative Amable. No need to interrupt Representative Amable. It's all right. It's all good. I know, you're working. It's cool. I respect that. Representative Amable.
Mr. Speaker, I move that the Journal of Tuesday, May 3rd, 2022, be approved as corrected by the Chief Clerk. And I did double check twice. Today is Wednesday.
Yeah, it's very good. Very good. Today is Wednesday. Members, I want you to know that there's cameras here again to see how you vote on this motion, and this is the most important motion. The motion before us is the adoption of the journal as corrected by the Chief Clerk. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. You know, there's 7 days left. At some point, the noes may have it, but today, the ayes have it. The motion's approved. Announcements and introductions, Representative Herod.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. You guys, it's your favorite time of the morning. Appropriations met today. And we have a winner. Representative Will, come on down. You are the winner of the appropriations joke.
Representative
He's
Will.
taking that title and running with it.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Representative Will.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's an honor to serve with you.
Honor to serve with you too, Representative Will.
What you call an ignorant fish?
What do you call an ignorant fish?
A dumb bass.
Say it faster. Say it faster.
I'll see myself trout.
Was there only one joke told this morning in appropriations? Representative Harrod.
Oh, you're on fire today, Mr. Speaker. Maybe we should have had you in appropriations. Committee, we will be meeting today at 2 o'clock or upon adjournment of morning committees. And I want to just note that the committees, the bills that were for reference today that we did not hear because of audio issues will be moved to the afternoon calendar. We do not yet know if we will be in the Old State Library or if we will need to move to a different room. So please stay on top of your text messages and announcements, and hopefully it will get to all of you. Thank you.
Representative Williams.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And members, I don't normally come down for announcements and introductions, but it's true, I actually don't. But I wanted to come down because I wanted to take a moment and take a break from sort of the seriousness of the day and the business that we have to look forward to, and remind everyone that today is Star Wars Day. It is May the 4th. That's something to be, I think, happy about. And so here are a few key takeaways about Star Wars and the impact it has had on our society and the world. The Star Wars franchise was created by George Lucas, as you know, in the 1970s, with the first film, A New Hope, coming out in 1977. The Walt Disney Corporation purchased that franchise back in 2012 for $4.5 billion. And the success of Star Wars is because of its great story, its innovative marketing, and of course the technology and innovation that was inspired for making it. One of the things that I would also make mention of is that it's something that I think connects all of us, regardless of what beliefs that you have or backgrounds that you have. It's a good story of good versus evil. It's a timeless classic, and so if you have time this weekend, spend it with your family and friends watching a good story. And I look forward to all of us being able to talk about not only the films itself, but some of the shows that are coming out on streaming services, like the upcoming Obi-Wan show. So with that, Mr. Speaker, members, may the 4th be with you.
All right. Thank you, Representative Williams. Maybe the best announcement of the session. Representative Pico.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. May the 4th be with you. And for tomorrow, remember that it is Revenge of the 5th.
Where's that trophy for the jokes? That was good. All right, Representative Pelton and Representative Holtorf.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I just want to let everybody know that May is National Beef Month. Colorado not only raises 2.8 million head of cattle across our country, but we do a great deal of processing cattle into high-quality cuts of beef for domestic and international consumption. In fact, Colorado ranks 10th in the nation for head of cattle, but 4th in the nation for beef exports, largely because we have 24 USDA certified packing plants in our state. These packing plants carry on the tradition of modern packing plant procedures, which were born right here in Greeley. When it comes to beef, Colorado has a lot to be proud of as our ranchers work to feed our communities, our state, our nation, and the whole world with high-quality American beef. So, everybody, May is National Beef Month. Go eat a steak. I'd appreciate it.
Make sure to get that proclamation from the governor. Representative Holtorf.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you to the attention in this grand audience. I will tell you that right now, as we speak, all the baby calves mostly are on the ground, nursing their mamas.
I just started yesterday.
There's a few that are late, though. They're late to the party, but most of all cattle ranchers, not all, calve in the springtime, because spring is the beginning of life. There's a few that push it back into the late spring and summertime, early summer typically. And then there's some fall calvers too, because they just don't want to deal with springtime weather. But I will tell you now, there's a special time in Colorado because all those mamas and babies are going out to grass pastures to begin their summer of fun out in the plains of Colorado and up in the mountains also. A lot of calves are getting processed, they're getting vaccinated, and they're heading out with their mamas. This month is typically the month they go out to grass. Now, we don't have a lot of grass now, but we have had a little rain. We're very thankful and blessed for that, and we need more. But the grazing season will start. So I'm excited. I'm proud to be a cattleman in Colorado. And I want this chamber to know something. We need cattlemen in Colorado. We need to keep and retain our primacy in the beef business because it provides so many jobs and opportunities for this state. And I won't go into the statistics, but I'm proud to be here with my colleague from the Eastern Plains as cattlemen celebrating this month.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you both. Any additional announcements or introductions? Representative Sullivan.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Upon 5 minutes after adjournment, the Business and Labor Committee will be meeting, and for no apparent reason, I'm going to take House Bills 1412 and Senate Bills 218, move those all the way to the bottom. Just kidding.
Objection.
In order, they will be 1412, Senate Bill 218, 1415, 1417, Senate Bill 124, 209, 161, 228, and 229. 5 minutes after we adjourn. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Sullivan. Representative Lontine.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Upon adjournment, the Health and Insurance Committee is meeting in the Old State Library. We're hearing Senate Bill 186, Senate Bill 187, Senate Bill 226, and Senate Bill 40.
Thank you, Representative Young.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Education Committee will be meeting upon adjournment in room 107. We'll give you 10 minutes after adjournment for travel time. The order of the bills we are hearing has been changed. We will first hear Senate Bill 207, then 69, then 85, and with a finale of Senate Bill 70s. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Young. Representative Will.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Still an honor to serve with you. I have a couple of tributes here today to recognize the Ranger of the Year and the Wildlife Officer of the Year, and I would ask that they be read.
That's great, Representative Will. It is still an honor to serve with you. Mr. Schiebel.
State of Colorado. The House of Representatives convened in the 73rd General Assembly hereby extends sincere commendations to Darcy Mount, the 2021 Park Ranger of the Year. Darcy is the park manager at 11 Mile and Spinney Mountain State Park in Lake George, Colorado. With record numbers of visitors and brand new challenges of managing recreation and visitor safety, Darcy skillfully led a shorthanded team through a difficult year. With her professionalism and dedication to service on full display, Darcy proved time and again that no challenge would be too big to overcome and found creative solutions that helped her parks meet the demands and provide the world-class recreation opportunities that they are known for. Darcy has been with Colorado Parks and Wildlife for 14 years, serving first as a park ranger at Pueblo Lake State Park from 2008 to 2014, then as senior ranger at Cheyenne Mountain State Park from 2015 to 2019, before being promoted to the park manager at 11 Mile and Spinney Mountain. Darcy also was a Colorado State Patrol dispatcher from 1996 to 2007 in Eagle and Pueblo. Due to her unwavering commitment and a career of dedicated service, the Colorado House of Representatives is proud to recognize Darcy Mount as the 2021 Colorado Park Ranger of the Year. On request of Representative Perry Well, given this 4th day of May 2022, State Capitol, Denver.
Representative Will.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I did want to say that Darcy used to be my dispatcher at Eagle with CSP, and she can probably tell you what a great job I did. We can have the Wildlife Officer of the Year now.
The House of Representatives convened in the 73rd General Assembly hereby extends sincere commendations to Eric Harper, the 2021 Wildlife Officer of the Year. Eric has proudly worked for nearly 30 years for Colorado Parks and Wildlife, beginning his career in 1993. His career path includes working as the District Wildlife Manager in Pueblo from 1994 to 2001, as Assistant Chief of Law Enforcement from 2001 to 2005, and as a criminal investigator from 2005 till present. Eric holds the reputation of being responsive and having the willingness to step up to help a fellow officer. In 2021 specifically, Eric was nominated for Officer of the Year in large part due to his leadership in mentoring new officers. It's one thing to lead and develop others by instructing, it's another to step aside and stand next to a student while they grow and develop. Eric has time and time again made room at the table for others to grow into their potential, providing guidance, support, and expertise. His selflessness is further demonstrated by the many disciplines of instruction Eric leads, as well as his role on the Marine Evidence Recovery Team. For these reasons and many more, the Colorado House of Representatives is honored to recognize Eric Harper as Colorado's Wildlife Officer of the Year.
Representative Will.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I can tell you that's a great honor, and I appreciate him being here. You know, I want to say thanks for protecting our natural resources, and the people of Colorado thank you for your service. And I can tell you this legislative body also thanks you for your service. I'm really proud of this agency. I think that's probably comes through, and people probably know that. But I love the culture of the agency and the passion. You know, the writing for the brand that everyone that employed in this agency does, and for serving our resource and our citizens and our visitors to this state. And it gives me great honor to honor these two officers. I do want to mention Jim Haskins over there. He was the Ranger of the Year last year. And then Travis Long is our training supervisor. So he gets all our young recruits, get them off on the right foot, and then they become Rangers of the Year and Officers of the Year. So I want to thank everyone for their service, and wonderful having you here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your service to the state of Colorado. I do want to highlight that Eric Harper is the proud brother of Craig Harper, who is joining us over here, and we couldn't do all the work that we do at JBC without. So thanks to both of you for your service to the state. Representative Will.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I meant to do that with Craig. I'm glad you did.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna. He like ducked away. I wasn't gonna let him get away without some recognition. Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I don't know if you all heard the theme through both of those tributes, but they both have ties to Pueblo. I'm just putting that out there.
Squeeze those piglets. There we go. All right. See no further announcements and introductions? Or do we have any more? The next order of business is third reading of bills. Mr. Schiebel, please read the title of Senate Bill 9.
Senate Bill 9 by Senators Janal and Heisey, also Representatives Burton Benavidez, concerning catalytic converters and in connection therewith enacting measures to address the theft of catalytic converters.
Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Been waiting to say this. I move Senate Bill 9 on third reading, final passage.
It's a pretty exciting motion. The motion before us is the adoption of Senate Bill 9 on third reading and final passage. See no further discussion. Mr. Schiebel, please open the machine, and members, please proceed to vote. For those participating online, Representative Weissman, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Weissman votes yes. Representative Gray, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Gray votes yes. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Representative Roberts, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Roberts votes yes. Representative Exum, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Exum votes yes. Representative Ricks, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ricks votes yes. Please close the machine. With 53 aye votes, 9 no votes, and 3 excused, Senate Bill 9 is adopted. Co-sponsors. Representative Gray, co-sponsor. Representative Roberts, co-sponsor. Representative Ortiz, co-sponsor. Please close machine. Mr. Shebel, please read the title of the House Bill 1230.
House Bill 1230 by Representatives Duran and Exum, also Senators Fields and Priola, concerning the Employment Support and Job Retention Services Program and in connection therewith making an appropriation.
Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move House Bill 1230 on third reading, final passage.
Question before us is the adoption of House Bill 1230 on third reading and final passage. See no further discussion. Mr. Shebel, please open the machine and members please proceed to vote. Representative Weissman, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Weissman votes yes. Representative Gray, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Gray votes yes. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Representative Roberts, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Roberts votes yes. Representative Exum, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Exum votes yes. Representative Ricks, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ricks votes yes. Please close the machine. With 40 aye votes, 22 no votes, and 3 excused, House Bill 1230 is adopted. Co-sponsors.
Co-sponsors.
Oh, that was the best. That was the best right there. I'm going to co-sponsor. All right. Please close the machine. Mr. Shebel, please read the title of the House Bill 1151.
House Bill 1151 by Representatives Catlin and Roberts, also Senators Bridges and Simpson, concerning measures to incentivize water-wise landscapes and in connection therewith creating a state program to finance the voluntary replacement of irrigated turf and in connection therewith making an appropriation.
Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move House Bill 1151 on third reading, final passage.
Question before us is the adoption of House Bill 1151 on third reading and final passage. See no further discussion. Mr. Shebel, please open the machine and members please proceed to vote. Representative Weissman, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Weissman votes yes. Representative Gray, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Gray votes yes. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Representative Roberts, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Roberts votes yes. Representative Exum, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Exum votes yes. Representative Ricks, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ricks votes yes. Please close the machine. With 52 aye votes, 10 no votes, and 3 excused, House Bill 1151 is adopted. Co-sponsors. Representative Weissman, co-sponsor. Now, the co-sponsor thing came from Speaker Duran.
Yep.
Please close the machine.
Why would you make fun of
Mr. Shebel, please read the title to House Bill
I've never made fun of
1388.
House Bill 1388 by Representative Valdez, also Senators Priol and Winter, concerning the regulation of vehicles related to their ownership and in connection therewith making an appropriation.
Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move House Bill 1388 on third reading, final passage.
Representative A. Valdez.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This is the first time I've ever had to do this, but I request permission to run a technical third reading amendment.
It looks very long. It's still technical. It looks very long. Representative A. Valdez.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, or Mr. Speaker. So what, sorry.
Whatever.
It's
Everyone
early.
does it.
It's
Everyone
early.
does it.
There was a date that was put in there that was wrong, and instead of implementing this different way of gaining the weight of a vehicle, it can't be implemented upon signature. It has to wait till August per the Constitution, so we need to fix that, and this just changes that date of implementation. Pushes it back.
Is there any further discussion on permission? Seeing none, the motion before us is to grant permission to offer a third reading amendment on House Bill 1388. Mr. Shebel, please open the machine and members please proceed to vote. Representative Weissman, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Weissman votes yes. Representative Gray, how do you vote? Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yeah.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Representative Roberts, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Roberts votes yes. Representative Gray, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Gray votes yes. Representative Exum, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Exum votes yes. Representative Ricks, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ricks votes yes. Please close the machine. With 42 aye votes, 20 no votes, and 3 excused, the motion to grant permission to offer a third reading amendment on House Bill 1388 is granted. Representative A. Valdez.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move L05 and ask for a yes vote.
It has been properly moved and displayed. Is there any further discussion on L005? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of L005 to House Bill 1388. Mr. Shebel, please open the machine and members please proceed to vote. Representative Weissman, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Weissman votes yes. Representative Gray, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Gray votes yes. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Representative Roberts, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Roberts votes yes. Representative Exum, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Exum votes yes. Representative Ricks, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ricks votes yes. Please close the machine. With 53 aye votes, 9 no votes, and 3 excused, L005 is adopted to House Bill 1388. Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move House Bill 1388 as amended on third reading, final passage.
Question before us is the passage of House Bill 1388 as amended. See no further discussion. Mr. Shebel, please open the machine and members please proceed to vote. Representative Weissman, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Weissman votes yes. Representative Gray, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Gray votes yes. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Representative Roberts, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Roberts votes yes. Representative Exum, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Exum votes yes. Representative Ricks, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ricks votes yes. Please close the machine. With 45 aye votes, 17 no votes, and 3 excused, House Bill 1388 is passed as amended. Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Mr. Shebel, please read the title of House Bill 1391.
House Bill 1391 by Representative McCluskey, also Senators Hansen and Rankin, concerning the state severance tax on oil and gas and in connection therewith making an appropriation.
Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move House Bill 1391 on third reading, final passage.
Question before us is the passage of House Bill 1391 on third reading and final passage. See no further discussion. Mr. Shebel, please open the machine and members please proceed to vote. Representative Weissman, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Weissman votes yes. Representative Gray, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Gray votes yes. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Representative Roberts, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Roberts votes yes. Representative Exum, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Exum votes yes. Representative Ricks, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ricks votes yes. Lots of people. Car. Please close the machine. With 51 aye votes, 11 no votes, and 3 excused, House Bill 1391 is adopted. Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Mr. Shebel, please read the title of House Bill 1358.
House Bill 1358 by Representative Sirota, also Senators Winter and Fields, concerning measures to eliminate the presence of lead in drinking water of certain facilities where children are present and in connection therewith making appropriation.
Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move House Bill 1358 on third reading, final passage.
Question before us is the adoption of House Bill 1358 on third reading and final passage. Seeing no further discussion, Mr. Shebel, please open the machine and members please proceed to vote. Representative Weissman, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Weissman votes yes. Representative Gray, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Gray votes yes. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Representative Roberts, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Roberts votes yes. Representative Exum, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Exum votes yes. Representative Ricks, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ricks votes yes. Please close the machine. With 43 aye votes, 19 no votes, and 3 excused, House Bill 1358 is adopted. Co-sponsors. Representative Gray, Weissman, co-sponsor. Please close the machine. Majority Leader Eskar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move to proceed out of order for the immediate consideration of House Bill 1064.
Seeing no objection, we'll proceed out of order for immediate consideration of House Bill 1064. Mr. Schiebel, please read the title of House Bill 1064.
House Bill 1064 by Representatives Mullica and Bacon, also Senators Priola and Fields, concerning tobacco products and in connection therewith prohibiting the distribution of flavored cigarettes, tobacco products, or nicotine products, amending the definition of cigarette, tobacco product, or nicotine product to include products containing synthetic nicotine, prohibiting the distribution of synthetic nicotine products, and directing the Prevention Services Division in the Department of Public Health and Environment to convene a working group to develop and implement a grant program to address the needs of communities disproportionately impacted by tobacco and nicotine marketing, sales, and use.
Majority Leader Eskar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I guess I move House Bill 1064 on third reading, final passage.
Seeing no further discussion, the question before us is the adoption of House Bill 1064. Representative Mullica.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I would be remiss if I also didn't wish the Majority Leader a happy birthday before I make this motion. Very happy birthday. 25th birthday, I think, or something is what I heard. Well, with that, I would ask permission to offer a third reading amendment.
Here's a proper motion. Would you like to display it so we know that it's technical in nature?
Yeah, I would love to, Mr. Speaker. There you go.
All right. To the motion of permission. Representative Mullica.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. It is technical in nature. There was an amendment offered on the floor yesterday. They just referenced area of statute that was incorrect, and so we just need to make sure that that is the correct reference of statute. The sponsor of that amendment's down here. I don't know if they want to say anything, but it is technical in nature.
Assistant Minority Leader Geithner and Representative Soper. It's a two-person job. Assistant Minority Leader Geithner.
It is indeed a two-person job, Mr. Speaker. Thank you. Members, we rise in support of this request for a third reading amendment. If you look at the statute, I do not believe that 19 even exists. Or no, it does. I'm sorry. It's 14 that we're changing it to. 19 exists, but it's a flawed reference to a item in the statute just on the CRS number, and so this corrects that to make it accurate. So thank you.
Is there actually further discussion? Representative Soper.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And actually, I have to admit, I was wrong. I hand wrote, and apparently OLS couldn't read my handwriting and saw a 9 instead of a 4. Or 4 instead of a 9. We support each other. Yes, but no one caught it.
Do we need more discussion on this?
All right. The question before us is the motion to grant permission for a third reading amendment on House Bill 1064. Seeing no further discussion, Mr. Schiebel, please open the machine and members please proceed to vote. Representative Weissman, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Weissman votes yes. Representative Gray, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Gray votes yes. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Representative Roberts, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Roberts votes yes. Representative Exum, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Exum votes yes. Representative Ricks, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ricks votes yes. Please close the machine. With 54 aye votes, 8 no votes, and 3 excused, the motion to grant permission for a third reading amendment on House Bill 1064 is granted. Majority Leader Eskar. You can move it. Anyone needs to move it. Oh. All right. Representative Bacon.
Thank you. I move L49 to House Bill 1064.
Question that's a proper motion. The question before us is the adoption of L049 to House Bill 1064. Seeing no further discussion, Mr. Shebel, please open the machine and members, please proceed to vote. Representative Weissman, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Weissman votes yes. Representative Gray, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Gray votes yes. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Representative Roberts, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Roberts votes yes. Representative Exum, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Exum votes yes. Representative Ricks, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ricks votes yes. Please close the machine. With 58 aye votes, 4 no votes, and 3 excuse, L049 is adopted to House Bill 1064. Majority Leader Esker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move House Bill 1064 as amended on third reading, final passage.
Question before us is the passage of House Bill 1064 on third reading and final passage as amended. See no further discussion, Mr. Shebel, please open the machine and members, please proceed to vote. Representative Weissman, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Weissman votes yes. Representative Gray, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Gray votes yes. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
No.
Representative Ortiz votes no. Representative Roberts, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Roberts votes yes. Representative Exum, how do you vote?
No.
Representative Exum votes no. Representative Ricks, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ricks votes yes. It is that time where we have to vote. Please close the machine. With 35 aye votes, 27 no votes, and 3 excused, House Bill 1064 is adopted. Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Majority Leader Esker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move to proceed out of order for the immediate consideration of House Bill 1026.
Seeing no objection, we'll proceed out of order for immediate consideration of House Bill 1026. Mr. Shebel, please read the title of the House Bill 1026.
House Bill 1026 by Representatives Byrd and Woog, also Senators Hansen and Liston, concerning the replacement of the income tax deduction for amounts spent by an employer to provide alternative transportation options to employees with an income tax credit for amounts spent by an employer for that purpose and in connection therewith making appropriation.
Majority Leader Esker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move House Bill 1026 on third reading, final passage.
Question before us is the adoption of House Bill 1026 on third reading and final passage. Seeing no further discussion, Mr. Shebel, please open the machine and members, please proceed to vote. Representative Weissman, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Weissman votes yes. Representative Gray, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Gray votes yes. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Representative Roberts, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Roberts votes yes. Representative Exum, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Exum votes yes. Representative Ricks, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ricks votes yes. Please close the machine. With 40 aye votes, 22 no votes, and 3 excused, House Bill 1026 is adopted. Co-sponsors. Didn't I say that? Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Majority Leader Esker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move to lay over the balance of the third reading calendar till later today.
Seeing no objection, the balance of the third reading calendar be laid over till later today. Majority Leader Esker.
You want to do anything else? Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move to lay over the balance of the calendar until later today.
Seeing no objection, the balance of the calendar will be laid over until later today. Mr. Shebel, reports of committees of reference.
Committee on Appropriations, after consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following: House Bill 1115 as amended, 1315 as amended, 1322 as amended, 1328, Senate Bills 4 as amended, 68, 118, 190, 193 as amended, 195, 198, be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Committee on Public and Behavioral Health and Human Services, after consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 81 be referred favorably to the Committee on Finance. Senate Bill 177, 181 as amended, 199, 211, 213 as amended, be referred to the Committee on Appropriations with favorable recommendation.
Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, just so everybody's clear on what's happening, we are going to break now for committees. Once those committees are completed this morning, we will have an appropriations meeting. Once that appropriations committee meeting is done, we will be back here on the floor to finish our work for the day. Just want to make sure everybody knows what's going on.
And I think that should all be around 2 or 2:30-ish, just if people have that reference. Further announcements and introductions. Representative Kipp.
Thank you, everybody. If everybody in the Capitol Choir could join me down here, we have a birthday today of our esteemed Majority Leader. Okay, you do you.
Come on, choir. So judgy. Let's go, people.
Excuse me. I need the mic.
Yes,
please.
Right here in the middle.
Right there.
Not so good. Oh, that's love.
Happy birthday
To you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Danae, Lord Leader. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. Majority Leader Escar.
Oh, there's more.
May the dear Lord bless you, shower graces on you. May the dear Lord bless you, Danae. May the dear Lord bless you.
Here, 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 here. Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you. I feel so loved. I appreciate it, colleagues. I move that the House stand in recess until later today.
Seeing no objection, the House will stand in recess till later today.